Hello everybody, I am Douglas Andrews. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I have been enamored with the Wax Museum Madame Tussauds since discovering it in the February 2012 issue of National Geographic Kids, although I have never been there. In 2024, Madame Tussauds released a list of 100 celebrities whom it may honor in the future, called the Hot 100. It did so again in 2025. In both years, he had already described each of them and gave my thought. It's on them in journals that I've kept, and now I would like to share them with the world. Of course, both of my journals and in these videos, going through all 100 in one sitting would have proven too taxing, so I will only cover 10 in each part. Unfortunately, Madame Tussauds did not release a similar list in 2026, so I decided to take it upon myself to make the list myself, although it would be a gargantuan task for one person. So on my community tab, not long after this video is uploaded, will be a post asking for you to give your submissions to this 2026 Hot 100, and there will be more instructions there. Now, Madame Tussauds ordered each of the Hot 100s by separating the celebrities into 5 categories, namely actors, culture, fashion, music, and sports, and alphabetized the people within each category by forename, although oddly, on the 2024 list, music was placed at the beginning and called music artists instead. And the 2025 list actually had different folders, and users could select all or just one specific category to view at once. Regardless, I imagine that the forename alphabetization may have been used to sidestep issues posed by celebrities who use the stage name or one name professionally, or Chinese or Korean celebrities who place the family name before the given name, but I found it odd and cumbersome to order them that way, so I will instead name everybody in order of birth, although I will indicate the category in which he or she was after doing so, after naming him or her. Not to mention that both lists had also made some errors in alphabetization. The actors category of the 2024 list erroneously placed Aaron Taylor Johnson after Ana de Armas and Anya Taylor-Joy, and the overall 2025 list erroneously placed Chloe Kim after Shanghai and Xisha. In the meantime, without further ado, I am ready to begin my discussion of the 2024 Madame Tussauds Hot 100. Number 1, in the category of culture, Stanley Tucci, born November 11th, 1960. It's practically a rule that if Stanley is in a movie, then you know that it is going to be good. His scene-stealing turns in The Hunger Games, Spotlight, and The Devil Wears Prada, among so many others, have earned him numerous accolades, while his lockdown social media posts propelled the self-confessed food and drink obsessive to internet star status. Yeah, there were many people who went in the culture category on either of the lists who could have fit a different one, like actors or music, better, if you ask me. This is one of them. You will know which others when I get to them. In any case, having been born in 2001, I was probably vaguely familiar with Tucci at best before the Hot 100. I do not have much of an opinion on him, although when I looked him up on Wikipedia to write about him in my journal in 2024, I had looked out on him for appearing in a video for the United Nations in 2016. I do not like the United Nations at all. Apart from that, I can tell you that in May 2026, he reprised his role as Nigel Kipling in The Devil Wears Prada 2. I would not have much of an opinion if he got a wax figure, though. I could see it happen, maybe. Number 2. In the category of music, Fei Xiang, born December 24th, 1960. Rising to fame in 80s China as a TV actor and pop icon, who sings in Mandarin and English, FYI, Fei branched into musical theater in the 90s, becoming known to global audiences for originating a role in Miss Saigon on Broadway. He shows no signs of slowing at 63, at the time of the list, having landed top billing in fantasy epic Creation of the Gods 1, Kingdom of Storms last year. Madame Tussauds had miswritten it as Storm. The film grossed $372.95 million worldwide. Fei Xiang actually did get a wax figure at Madame Tussauds Beijing after appearing on the list in January 2025. Unfortunately, the Beijing branch shut down this past fall, so it has probably been moved to one of the other Chinese branches. I must say that I did not find out about it until a few months after the fact, because the official sites for the mainland Chinese branches were not updated much at the time and actually have since been shut down, although the Shanghai and Wuhan branches themselves are still active. Only Chongqing and Beijing shut down last year. Apart from the generation gap, I will not be able to say much about the Chinese figures on the list due to the cultural gap, although I can tell you that Fei Xiang's birth name is actually Chris Phillips. His father was American. Number 3. In the category of actors, Jennifer Coolidge, born August 28th, 1961. She shot to mega fame around the millennium as the lovable Paulette in the Legally Blonde films and Stifler's mom in the American Pie series, but nobody saw Jennifer's second act coming. The star has won all of the awards for her unmissable turn as the lovably chaotic and pop culture fave Tanya in HBO comedy drama series The White Lotus. Delivering iconic one-liners and heart-capturing performances, we can't wait to see what she does next, including crime drama Riff Raff opposite Dustin Hoffman. I was not familiar with American Pie before the Hot 100 was released. I was familiar with Legally Blonde, but I was an infant when it debuted, so I do not know Coolidge from that, nor do I know her from The White Lotus. I had heard of the show before the list, but it is not a show that I would ever watch. I believe that I was actually introduced to Coolidge through the Uber Eats commercials from 2022 introducing Uber Don't Eats. Enter eye roll. Now here is where I start to get ruthless in my assessments, because let me tell you something. I hate Jennifer Coolidge. Good lord. She is associated with too many other people whom I do not like. He is popular among drag queens, and I will never shy away from saying that I abhor drag and view it as pornography. And PETA also crowned her its vegan queen back in 2023, although she is actually pescatarian. I do not have a problem with veganism, although I would never be vegan myself, but I hate PETA so much. They're so insincere. Apart from that, regarding Dustin Hoffman and Riff Raff, as mentioned in the blurb, ultimately his character Lefty Hannigan went to Bill Murray instead. Coolidge, by the way, will be in a film titled Girl Group soon. While I first filmed this segment, I also overlooked that Coolidge appeared in a Minecraft movie in 2025 as Marlene, the vice principal, and will reprise her role in a Minecraft movie Squared in 2027. Because I know that somebody will call me on it if I do not say anything, you may have noticed that I pronounced Home Box Office's abbreviation as HBO rather than HBO. Since 2017, I have pronounced the letter He to bring it in line with its German and Dutch pronunciations of Ha rather than the Latinate names of the letter, i.e. Spanish Ache, French Ash, Portuguese Aga, Italian Aka. Let us keep English Germanic. I have also said we instead of W, and for quite a bit of time I was actually saying double V for the same reason, to keep it in line with German ve and Dutch ve rather than the Latinate names, i.e. Spanish W, French W, Portuguese W or W, and Italian doppia vu. Number 4 in the category of actors, Michelle Yeoh, born August 6th, 1962. She was well respected for unforgettable roles in blockbuster films like 2000's Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and 2018's Crazy Rich Asians, but in 2023, Michelle took her career to the next level after making history as the first Asian lead actress winner at the Academy Awards for her role as a plucky matriarch in mind-bending sci-fi Everything Everywhere All at Once. She's since appeared in 2023's A Haunting in Venice and is now set to join the trailblazing Avatar franchise. She is unstoppable. I do not understand why Yeoh was on the Hot 100. She already has at least 4 wax figures at Madame Tussauds in Hong Kong, Shanghai, Singapore, and Bangkok. Regardless, evaluating her character, I do not have too much against her other than that she is a goodwill ambassador for the United Nations Development Program. Again, I hate the UN. Regarding her works, I like the premise of Everything Everywhere All at Once, but I do not like the execution, so I probably would not watch it. Surely I cannot be the only person who finds the hot dog fingers and the googly eye off-putting. Regarding her appearance in Avatar, she is slated to appear in Avatar 4 in 2029 and Avatar 5 in 2031, but she was not in Avatar Fire and Ash this past year, nor was she ever planned to be. She will also be in the Amazon Prime Video series Blade Runner 2099 later this year, as will be Hunter Schafer, who also made the 2024 Hot 100, but we will see her in Part 9. Number 5 in the category of culture, Andy Cohen, born June 2nd, 1968. The Bravo executive producer turned television host has a Midas touch when it comes to reality TV, having helmed genre favorites including The Real Housewives franchise, Top Chef, Project Runway, and the ubiquitous Watch What Happens Live since 2009, the latter making him the only openly gay late-night host on US TV screens. Captivating us with his hit shows, personality, and business savvy, we will be watching what happens with this superstar. Andy Cohen is another celebrity on the Hot 100 of whom I do not think highly. I have never really liked anything with him, and I certainly do not like that he has been a guest on RuPaul's Porn Walk, or whatever it is called. Yes, I know what it is actually called. And just while researching his Wikipedia article for this video, I found out about the lawsuits that Real Housewives cast members have brought against him, but I could not get the whole story because one of the articles was locked behind a paywall, so I will not comment on it here. I will, however, comment on his use of surrogacy. I will not hide it. I am Catholic. I am wholly anti-surrogacy and IVF. However, discussing that in further depth will need to be in another video. Regardless, his wax figure was announced for Madame Tussauds New York not long after the Hot 100 came out, actually maybe even a little before. He ultimately got it on August 15th, 2024. Number 6 in the category of fashion, Leena Nair, born June 11th, 1969. Standing out as a trailblazer in the corporate world, Indian-born Leena was appointed CEO of Chanel in 2022 and has made efforts to welcome diversity and bring the fashion house into the modern day. She regularly tops power lists as the only woman of color leading a major global luxury brand. We can't wait to see what her Chanel era will hold. Being American and male, I had never heard of Nair before the Hot 100, although it does seem that she is genuinely notable within the fashion sphere and not just for identity political reasons. For example, beyond previously being Unilever's Chief Human Resource Officer and leadership executive member, she was also responsible for the brand's human capital. I do not have much of an opinion about her, nor would I have much of an opinion if she got a wax figure. For those of you more familiar with Leena Nair or Chanel, what do you think of her? I could see her being at Madame Tussauds London, although not Blackpool because there is no fashion section there, and I might have been able to say Delhi before it was rebranded India in the past, but that branch shut down in 2023, so it is no longer a possibility. Number 7 in the category of culture, Padma Lakshmi, born September 1st, 1970. After 2 decades hosting Top Chef, the Emmy-nominated writer, producer, and New York Times bestselling author has earned her credentials as the #1 food expert. More recently, her support for immigrants' rights as an Indian American gave birth to the popular Hulu series Taste the Nation. Her mission? To transform the way how America eats. I do not think that I knew about Lakshmi until the May 31st, 2020 strip of Big Nate. For copyright reasons, I can only show one panel here, but the gist of it is that Nate and Teddy had been trying in vain to make their science teacher, Mr. Galvin, who is known for his humorlessness, to laugh, and failing even to make him smile. Well, Didi accomplishes this by invoking Lakshmi's name. That being said, this would not have been the first time in the strip that Mr. Galvin had laughed or even smiled. As for Lakshmi herself, in general, I do not have too much of an opinion about her, although I do not like that she has been a United Nations Development Program Goodwill Ambassador because, again, I hate the UN. And regarding her support for immigrants' rights, I have nothing against immigration, but I am wary of unchecked immigration, which should be completely reasonable. Well, sadly, not all immigrants come here with the intent to respect our laws. So I am wary of Lakshmi too. Number 8. In the category of music, Lea Salonga, born February 22nd, 1971.
Filipino singer-actress Lea is a musical theater sensation, originating the role of Kim in the West End and Broadway productions of Miss Saigon, winning Laurence Olivier, Tony Awards, and many others. Known as the singing voice of Jasmine in 1992's Aladdin, she also voiced Mulan in the 1998 film of the same name. She has since judged the Voice of the Philippines in The Voice Kids. Next, a role in teen drama Pretty Little Liars Summer School. Lea's star continues to shine.
Salonga could have also gone in actors instead of music, but it does not matter. She did not need to be in the Hot 100 though, because her wax figure was already announced in 2023, albeit not acknowledged on the official site until June 5th, 2024. It was unveiled on September 13th that year and went on permanent display in Singapore a week later. The West has actually known about Salonga for a while, and I'd just never consumed any of her media. I mentioned this because I had never heard of her before her figure was announced. We did have several Disney movies on VHS growing up. Aladdin was one of them, but I never remember watching it. We never owned Mulan though, and in fact I did not even know about it until I was 15. More recently, she has also been in K-pop Demon Hunters, but that was 2025, so not out by the time of the list. In addition to being a coach on The Voice of the Philippines and The Voice Kids, as noted in the blurb, she has also been one on The Voice Teens. I can tell that most of her media would not be my cup of tea. Assessing her character, though, I do not agree with much of her politics, particularly on contraception and same-sex marriage, although I do appreciate her 2011 statement on a State of the Nation interview that one can be anti-contraception and pro-reproductive health. She was also appointed a Goodwill Ambassador for the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations back in 2010, and this is only part 1 and you already know the drill. Number 9. In the category of actors, Hewei, born May 4th, 1971. Chinese actor and producer Hewei has appeared in some of China's hottest TV shows and films of the last decade. He popped up in no less than 3 series last year: World's Greatest Dad, Under the Light, and Three Body. His most notable film credits include The Advisors Alliance and People's Justice. Hewei shows no signs of slowing down. As I have said, I cannot tell you much about most Chinese celebrities like you here, and certainly not in his case because he did not have an English Wikipedia article until February 10th, 2025. But I can tell you that he got a wax figure in the summer of 2024 at Madame Tussauds Shanghai in character as Fei Xiang from Three Body. It turns out that Yeoh also portrayed Chinese General Wu Shi in spy drama Silent Honor in 2025. I discovered that while researching for this video. Number 10. In the category of actors, Pedro Pascal, born April 2nd, 1975. Last year was stellar for our favorite man crush and daddy, Pedro Pascal. His romantic short, Strange Way of Life was a critical darling, and his Bella Ramsey co-starring post-apocalyptic drama The Last of Us was the biggest hit of his career. Season 2 is due in 2025, but before that, he's in the most hotly anticipated film of the decade, Ridley Scott's Gladiator 2, co-starring Paul Mescal. He's also rumored to be up for the role of Mr. Fantastic in Marvel's upcoming Fantastic Four film. Whether he's dominating social media with viral memes or our screens with fantastic performances, we can't get enough. Pascal appeared in the image advertising the 2024 Hot 100, which makes it seem more likely that he will get a wax figure eventually. I am not looking forward to that, however, because I cannot stand him at all. I do not follow movies much, so most of what I can tell you about him pertains to his politics. He is a hard left-winger, as he has made clear many times, such as when he compared Trump supporters to Confederates and Nazis in a since-deleted Instagram post in 2020. The post resurfaced in 2021 after Gina Carano was fired from The Mandalorian for making a post perceived as comparing Trump supporters to Jews in Nazi Germany, and sparked outrage because Lucasfilm never took any action against Pascal for his post. There are other things that I do not like about him too. Many of us have heard about the controversy of him being physically affectionate with people, especially a woman, and claiming that he is that way due to anxiety. One of these instances was when he hugged Vanessa Kirby while she was pregnant. More recently, however, people have tried to cancel him for a stupid reason. Namely, he, when he was involved with Rafael Olara, not to be confused with the Chilean footballer of the same name. This is a different man with that name, who has been seemingly baselessly accused of being a Zionist, despite Pascal himself being staunchly pro-Palestine, which I do not like at all either. And trust me, he will not be the last pro-Palestine celebrity whom we see on these lists. I doubt that that will affect his career any, though I think that it has fallen by the wayside, and I myself did not even find out about it until 3 months after it happened. Well, that is it for now. Thank you for watching. I will share the next 10 celebrities in part 2 eventually. In the meantime, please be sure to head over to my community tab to make some suggestions for the 2026 Hot 100 that Merlin Entertainments never presented. And if you like, then feel free to comment, like, subscribe, whatever. And I will see you next time. As I said, goodbye.